Good morning, children. Today we will study civics, lesson 1, our constitution. Let us begin with the definition of constitution. Our constitution is a set of rules according to which the government of a country is run. It defines the position and powers of the government, the executive, the legislature and the judiciary. It explains the relations between the government and the citizens. It takes all the precautions to safeguard the rights of citizens. Now, let us go to the next topic. Date of adoption. The drafting committee was set up under the chairmanship of Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar on 29th of August 1947 in order to prepare a draft constitution for India. The draft constitution was published in a leading newspaper of India to seek the opinion and suggestion from the public and learned men. The views of the public was considered by the committee and discussed at length and finalized the draft constitution. On 26th of November 1949, the constitution was adopted by the Constituent Assembly. Commenting on the constitution, Dr. Ambedkar said, "I feel that the constitution is remarkable. It is flexible and it is strong enough to hold the country together, both in peacetime and in a wartime." After many deliberations and some modification, the constitution came into force on 26th of January 1950. We celebrate this day as the Republic Day. This day has a special significance in Indian history. A resolution was passed by the Congress session at Lahore declaring complete independence or Purna Swaraj as India's goal. It was decided that 26 January should be observed as the Purna Swaraj Day all over India. In fact, the complete Independence Day was celebrated for the first time on 26th of January 1930 and continued to be celebrated till 1947. After Independence Day, it was celebrated as the Republic Day on 26th of January. Next, a single citizenship and the universal adult franchise. Under a federal system, there is generally a dual citizenship, that of the state to which an individual belongs and of the nation. However, in India, we have a single citizenship, that is, not of the respective states to which we belong. This provision helps in promoting unity and integrity among the people of the nation. Next, universal adult franchise. Universal adult franchise by the Indian Constitution establishes political equality in India, which means every citizen of India who is 18 years of age or above is entitled to vote in the elections irrespective of caste, sex, race, religion or status. One person, one vote is the policy adopted in Indian democracy, which maintains political equality in India. Fundamental rights. Fundamental rights are one of the important features of the Indian Constitution. These rights are protected by the judiciary and are inviolable. That is, in case of any violation of any of these rights, a citizen has the right to seek the protection of the judiciary. In a democracy, all the citizens are entitled to enjoy certain rights, which ensure a good living. Any act of the legislature or order of the executive can be declared null and void if it violates any of the fundamental rights guaranteed to the citizens by the Constitution. The Constitution of India guarantees those rights in the form of fundamental rights, which are present in Part 3, Articles 12 to 33. These fundamental rights are right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, right to constitutional remedies, and the right to education only for children between 6 to 14 years. Fundamental duties. The fundamental duties were inserted in Article 51A of Part 4 of the Constitution by the 42nd Amendment Act 1976. Duty means an obligation imposed by custom or law on a person. Every right has a corresponding duty, and like rights, duty may be both moral and legal. The incorporation of fundamental duties in the Constitution was thus an attempt to balance the individual's civic freedoms and civic obligations, and thus fill a serious gap in the Constitution. The fundamental duties are to abide by the Constitution and respect its ideals and institutions, the national flag and the national anthem, to cherish and follow the noble ideals which inspired our national struggles for freedom, to uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity and the integrity of India, to defend the country and render national service when called upon to do so, to promote harmony and a spirit of common brotherhood amongst all the people of India, transcending religious, linguistic and the regional of sexual diversities, to renounce practices derogatory to the dignity of women, to value and preserve the rich heritage of our composite culture, to protect and improve the natural environment including forests, lakes, rivers and wildlife, and have compassion for living creature, to develop scientific temper, humanism and the spirit of inquiry and reform, to safeguard public property and to abjure violence, to strive towards excellence in all the spheres of the individual and collective activity, so that the nation constantly rise to higher level of endeavor and achievement, to provide opportunities for education to his child, or as the case may be, both between the age of 6 and 14 years. Next topic, the directive principle of state policies. The directive principle of state policies are the instructions or the guideline to the central and the state government of India to be kept in mind while framing laws and policies. These provisions contained in Part 4. The directive principle of state policies are not enforceable by any court, but the principles laid down therein are considered fundamental in the governance of the country, making it the duty of the state to apply these principles in making laws to establish a just society in the country. The purpose of the directive principle is to provide social, economic and political justice to our people, like the etiquette means to livelihood, equal pay for equal work for men and women, free and compulsory primary education, right to work, public assistance in case of old age, unemployment, sickness and disablement, etc. These principles added a new sections to the Constitution on the fundamental duties that enjoy citizen to promote harmony and the spirit of the common brotherhood among all the people of India, transcending religious, linguistic and the regional diversity. The last topic is welfare state. A welfare state is a concept of government in which the state plays a key role in the protection and promotion of the economic and social well-beings of its citizens. It is based on the principles of equality of opportunity, equitable distribution of wealth, and public responsibility for those unable or avail themselves of the minimal provisions for a good life. One of the salient features of the Indian Constitution is to afford to establish a welfare state. The state shall strive to promote the welfare of the people by securing and protecting as effectively as it may a social order in which justice, social, economic and the political shall inform all the institutions of national life. Okay children, this was the lesson for today. Please read the chapter again from the book and do the exercises in your notebook given in the worksheet. Have a good day.